Hello my beautiful music makers. In today's Noise Hub video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into an advanced feature of Logic Pro. We're going to be looking at Flex Pitch, which allows us to adjust the pitch of vocals or any instrument really that maintains a pitch of some kind. A little bit different to how an auto-tune or pitch correction would work. We're able to adjust individual notes. We can move those to different pitch ranges. We can adjust how strongly each individual part is pitch corrected, and doing this allows us to get much better results. We're going to go over the basics of how to use it and a little advanced trick that I like to use in music production, and hopefully this little bit of education will help you be able to work a little bit more detailed on your vocals and get them to shine a little bit more. So let's look at flex pitch in isolation. Your best scenario is working with a vocal sample that has not got layers, so it's just one take of a vocal, and that it's ideally dry. So here I've got this vocal that is just a one take with no effects on it, and it's just this.
Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your funk.
Now to access the flex pitch, the easiest way to do it inside Logic is to press E, and we've got our audio editor here now. If we switch on the flex time, by default it comes up here with the flex slicing. We can switch that over to flex pitch.
Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your funk town.
Now here at the top we've got a representation of the audio file exactly in time and in sync with what we can see at the top. So we've got some nice quick markers to seek with. Below we've then got effectively a piano roll version of the vocal itself. And we can see that we've obviously got a piano roll section, much like we would find in the MIDI editor. This white line that then follows between everything is basically telling us this is where the pitch is. Where it wobbles up and down, that is very simply vibrato within that pitch. And when we've got a note like this that seems to be half colored, it's telling us that that note is not sitting directly on either note and it's vibrating between two. Much like we can with audio, holding down Option with our mouse wheel, we can scroll in and out to zoom in and left and right. Equally, if we select a couple of notes like this and press Z, it will zoom in onto those notes for us. I much prefer the manual way of just tracking in to the notes I want to work with. Now when we select a note, we have 6 points of control around it. We can see that with this one here that's not quite within its frame. As we hover over each one, it will tell us what it does. We'll dive into these in more detail in just a second. What we want to do here is have a look at controlling the overall vocal like we would with, say, a pitch control plugin. Let's say we just want to correct it within to a set key. We can see that this is C minor. So we can use our scale quantize over here on the left. We could put it into natural minor, and we could say that it's C minor. Now any note that we select, for example these two, and we hit quantize on, it will quantize them within that note. As you can see, it thinks they're already somewhat attached to that note. If we select the entire track, if anything drifts out of C minor, it will correct it, as we can see here.
And take me to your funk, and take me to your funk, and take me to your funk, and take me to your funk.
I'd say it's done a pretty good job there at that simple correction. Now we can apply this a little bit harder with a right click, and we can do set all to perfect pitch. Those notes that were now half on notes, well, it's grabbed them to their nearest one, and it's not necessarily done it based to our scale quantize. If we highlight everything and do Q again, it will snap everything now within that C minor scale. This is going to be a little bit harsher.
Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your funk. Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your funk. Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your funk.
Even though everything's now restricted really tightly within C minor, it's still actually pretty good, and I would argue this would be a better result than using the pitch corrector. Let's compare what that result would be like if we were to use pitch correction to do this.
Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your Come on baby, bring me down and take me to your Come on, baby, bring me down and take me to your
we can hear straight away we've got a much better result using flex pitch, right? And part of the reason we've got a much better result is it still allows for the natural vibrato, and it makes sense in terms of how it gets from one note to another, but we can take that control and really tweak it and dial it in as well.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
Let's take our note before here that really drifted off.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
Which is this bring me phrase. I'm going to zoom in onto this one. One thing here is we've got the pitch drift, which is the way the note drifts down at the end, even though it's coming straight back up for the next tone. We could look to control that and have it not drift away quite so much by using the pitch drift on the way out. And as you can see, we can bring that out. And what we can do is have it so it does still drift down, but maybe it lands comfortably on another note in the scale, like this.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
Which sounds quite nice and pretty natural, right? And then we've also got the pitch drift where it starts, and it starts way down here. Let's maybe bring it off of this note, which is the one just before it. As you can see, the more we try and bring it in, the more it's going to bring up. And now our vibrato is escaping out into the next note.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
And we're starting to get a bit of a weird pitching. Well, here's where we can dial the vibrato back and our pitch drift, kind of in harmony.
Come on, baby, bring me down. Come on, baby, bring me down. Come on, baby, bring me down. Come on, baby, bring me down.
We can dial this in real time while listening back.
Bring me down. Come on, baby, bring me down. Come on, baby, bring me down. Come on, baby, bring me down.
Now remember, before this was in between notes as well, so we could utilize the fine pitch to just bring it ever so slightly back up to where it naturally was, and then maybe even dial the vibrato in a little bit that way. Have it ever so slightly out, which a natural vocal would be, but now it's considerably less than it was before, and something the ear might well not pick up.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
The other thing is the next note it comes into is kind of loud.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
You know, maybe we'd use compression to control that, but if this is the only note sticking out and we are doing pitch correction as we go through, well, we have a gain tool as well, and we could actually gain that down while we're here, reducing the need for us to compress every single phrase as well. So now we can have a little bit more control over it, like so.
Come on, baby, bring me down. Come on, baby, bring me down.
And let's say we want to completely switch key with this. It's obviously in C minor. Maybe we want to work on something that's in F sharp and we're in the minor pentatonic.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
Well, that's done a pretty good job.
Bring.
If we have a look at, say, narrowing in our vibrato on here, and we want to keep the notes all kind of within where they would be.
Come on, baby, bring me down. Come on, baby.
We're getting to a bit more of an auto-tune kind of sound.
Come on, baby, bring me down.
We can take it a step further in now that it's given us a melody for that vocal as well, right? And we can actually kind of export that melody, if you will. If we go into edit, we can actually do create a MIDI track from flex pitch data. So we've created this small phrase, and now we can actually create a small melody that goes with it. I usually find that you need to just dial in the quantization a little bit, but now we'll have a melody that also goes along with the sound. So I really hope that was helpful for you there, and I especially love using that little feature there where you can narrow everything down and get the exact melody you're after, and then just bring the MIDI out, and you can layer it up to create pads and other layers and reverbs that sit perfectly in tune with the vocal you've created. It's a really powerful tool and a great feature to know it's there. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.